In my last video where I pretty much talked about my story, my dad dying, my mom get taken away from me, my older brother getting addicted to drugs, me breaking my kneecap, becoming morbidly obese, and a life of I want to talk to you guys about some of the biggest things that have helped me, get to where I am today as a 20-year-old who is making over $10,000 a month via his social media company that I run, my social medias. And again, I'm not saying this to flex or do anything. Only reason I'm making this money is because of the people who watch my videos and you guys. But I'm saying this and as a motivational way that you can do it too, and just what helped. Like I said, if you didn't watch my last video about my story, my upbringing was fucking horrible. Like I said, I dealt with homelessness. My dad died. My mom got taken away. Um, I lived with a disabled grandma. All my uncles died. Like I lived a very, very difficult life in poverty, and it was just bad. There's always someone worse than me. I'm sure some of you guys, and I got a lot of DMs, tons of love and support about how people related to it, etc. So if you were going through any sort of tough time, whether it's not even as drastic as what I was just talking about, even something little, please watch this video, and I promise you, I will give you some guidance to be able to navigate life, and especially as a young teenager, and becoming a young adult. All right, so real quick, you know, there's one thing that you really need to understand about life. We have one, and we all are dealt different cards. You know, I could be everyone. Everyone's dealt different cards. Where you're born, where you live. You have no control over the hand that you were dealt. You don't. But what you do have control over is how you grip life by the. So I'm going to be, telling you and explaining to you on how I gripped life by the and made it my, so you can too. Because at the end of the day, that's what we all want to make it. We all want to, be successful, have a family, have a wife, have a kids, boyfriend, whatever the fuck, and just, be good. Be good. Like all I want in life is a fuck, just to be able to not have my family have to worry and deal with the things that I dealt with, which is some of the reasons. Okay, so one of the biggest things that helped me while being in very, very difficult situations is reverse role models. Okay. Well, I grew up, around everything. I've seen drug dealers. I seen my dad get robbed at gunpoint. I seen listen, man, I'm not here to trauma dump, but like imagine everything I've seen it, been through it. I lived in hotels, on the floor, in shelters. I understand. And if I let those moments define me or, you know, choose how I am going to live this life or choose my outcome of this life and be like, this is life, I'd probably be dead. I would have killed myself by now. I would have, because I had nothing. I have no family with nothing. My family and my close family has nothing, anything. Not like there is. I'm the like nothing. The people in my household are all I have. All I have. Skylar, whatever. And one thing that I learned is reverse role models. Reverse role models is the fact that when you see someone doing something, whatever it may be, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's anything, whatever it is, you need to understand the fact that you don't have to do that. And you need to understand that reverse role models are just as strong, if not as strong, as role models. When you see someone doing drugs, you know, anything. I seen my dad do heroin in front of me. And I seen that, you know? And when I seen those things, and I seen those things, I didn't go, that's my dad. I did that too. No, I didn't say anything, but I would grasp it. And throughout life, my older brother had a horrible friend group, got into the wrong circles. My older brother is 8 years older than me, so when I was around 10 years old, he was 18, 17, and got into really bad groups. I remember my older brother coming home fighting. He would go out and just fight people, come home stuff. I seen his friends, alcohol poisoning on my couches when I was younger. The worst of the worst. And again, before I keep talking about this video, my life is very good now. I'm very grateful for how my family has flattened out. Around when I was 15, everything came to a stop. My life got better. 16, my life got a lot better. And I was able to maintain from that. But when you see people, doing bad things or doing, anything, whether you're in a car with someone and they're fucking cutting up on the highway going 120, you should be saying to yourself, oh, damn, what's running through this person's mind? Like, this isn't me. This isn't what I want to do. This isn't how I want to approach life. These earbuds are making my ears hella itchy, bro. Go away. So you need to, whatever you see, and if it's good or bad, you make it in your mind to decide whether you want to do it. Okay? And through reverse role models and through what I seen, you have to switch your mindset whatever you're going to. If you're going through very traumatic or very bad times around people around you, I got tons of DMs, like I said, outlook or outreach from people who had similar situations or who are going through similar situations, or just tons of different things. And the biggest thing is that you need to realize, one, is that you make the decisions in your life. Your life, no matter what cards you are dealt, you are the outcome and you can make the change. You can. Whether it's, like I said, you were born into a life like I was, where I came from absolute, or I came from, or whether even you came from rich parents. I know I have rich friends. I know I have rich friends now, and they had horrible parents growing up. Horrible. And you could see, I have a rich friend who his dad and their parents sleep with a pillow between each other. They his dad doesn't even want to pay for anything, doesn't even do anything, tells him to go crazy shit. And if you, even at that point, you need to realize this is not how I'm going to live my life in the future, and what am I going to do to make sure I'm not like that, okay? And on the other side of that, and I'm just going to be rant and yapping this video and talking about a lot of different topics and just things and life and God and just the things that help me and build my career or get to where I am today. So with that, oh my God, my ears, stop being so itchy. They're clean, I promise. You need to grip life by the balls, understand your reverse role models, and really, really approach this life like you can do anything. Like, as corny as it sounds, as you may have heard in movies, whatever you want to do, and if you put enough effort in and you put your mind to it, you can accomplish it. When I was homeless, did I think that I'm gonna be right where I am right now with a $20,000 gaming setup that I had by the age of 18, a 4090 computer, and all these things? I remember watching Sky Does Minecraft, and I was like, "Fuck! I wish I could play Minecraft when I was younger. I can't afford it. I couldn't even have an Xbox. I couldn't even pay for Xbox Gold or Live." So and I did that. So you need to, whether you are a 12-year-old watching this, 13, 14, or you are mid-20s, or whatever age you are, no matter what you are going through, you need to understand that your life is where it is because of you. Because of you. Because of the decisions that you made, because of the things that you do. And you need to also understand and also disconnect from people, from their life, from what they do, from it. A big thing for me, and trauma, whatever it is, and then I talk to therapist about it, is the fact that when you're going through such traumatic events, whether your family's arguing, your mom has cancer, anything of that nature, is that you need to be able to tune out, focus on the goal, focus on your purpose. And if you're watching this, Nolan, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know. I don't have a purpose. I'm lost. I don't know what I want to do. Yes, did I find a purpose for me very young and what I want to do and create and help and do? Yes, I did. But when I didn't, or when I was navigating my life or going through very hard times, I was throwing at the wall. And a big thing, I've known from, if you'll say you're struggling with depression, or you're struggling with, you've let, your life circumstances bring you down, a lot of it, is because you are not fulfilling your own needs. No matter what is going on in your life, and no matter what you may be going through, you will always be sad and depressed and not feel good if you are not doing something fulfilling. And that doesn't mean you need to go and be a social media influencer and tell people, or you need to go be the next, big app creator that changes the world. Go do some art, go create, go make things, go serve other people. Go serve other people. Go create. Go do something, and put your effort and the trauma and the energy from that into something else. Because when I was going through and dealt with all the cards that I was dealt, I didn't sit there and go, I'm just I didn't become a statistic. I didn't, When I was, 13 years old, 12 years old, literally thinking about killing myself because I didn't know what I was going through. And I was like, this is what life is. Sure, maybe God, came and put something into my head where it was like, you could be more. And I'm, whatever it is. But it doesn't, no way this guy has ads on a fucking fireplace. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Bro, listen. Okay, so listen. I'm getting back to this. I'm in the flow. So, you don't let it define you. You don't let it determine who you are and what you do. So, when you are creating or you are finding your purpose or you were even trying to figure out what you were going to do, whether you're going into college or you're going into a new school or you're going into anything of that nature, you need to just have faith in yourself. The only way you are going to be able to fulfill your dreams or fulfill what you want to do is if you tell life almost egotistical and you need to walk through this life with so much confidence that you can do it, that if you wake up in the morning that someone could look at you in the face and go yourself, say the worst to you, and you don't care because you know your purpose, you know what you're doing, and you know your goals in the future. And even if you don't, just set goals and achieve them. It's all a snowball effect. Life is a snowball. And I promise you, once you get the snowball rolling, life gets so much. It just changes. My whole entire snowball effect started from me breaking my knee when I was morbidly obese, starting to lose weight and building that confidence and snowballing into it. So whatever is in the back of your mind right now that you may be thinking about, you need to go accomplish it and do it. And even if it is 0.01% of the work or something, you need to be chasing it and doing it every day. If you work a 9 to 5 or you go to school every day, work on something that benefits your future self, okay? And I'm not even just gonna sit here and be like, oh, go to the gym or go to do this. Yes, those things help. They are very good. And yes, sure, the gym gives you happy endorphins, but it doesn't matter when you go home and your family's yelling and screaming and your life sucks. I've been there. Cool, yeah, the gym is so nice. And then I come home and, when it was just so when those things happen or you go through those things or whatever it may be, you need to know, you need to just you need to be so zen. You need to practice, crazy sound. Meditation changed my life. Meditate, sit in silence with yourself and understand who you are and who you want to become and what you want to do. Because once you do that and once you, really have a desire and a craft that you want to fulfill, like me, I have multiple businesses. I have a media company that I don't talk about here. I'm not going to talk about here, but it does very well. I have my social media, which takes me 1 to 2 hours where I get to, talk to people and fulfill and do these things and build a community. And then I have Ponder, which is my clothing brand, which I absolutely love. I started making clothes because my older brother was in the clothes when I was younger. I was so fat I couldn't fit in any clothes. And as soon as I touched money when I was 16 years old, at 16, I was already making over. I remember at 16, I had like $25,000 in my bank account. And if you don't have that, that's fine. You don't need to. I got lucky. COVID hit and I got into a good niche, etc. But and when that happened, and I started getting into it and, make clothes or do these things and, make my brand, I made it in a way that was, I don't care. I'm not doing this for any money. I'm not doing social media for money. If I was doing this for money, I would not be making this video right now. I'm doing this because I want to leave a impact and it's fulfilling to me. It is fulfilling. It is, in the same way. That story video, everyone's like, oh my God, you have so much courage for posting this and you have all that, or you're so brave. That video was nothing compared to what I dealt with in the future. Like, that's why even on social media, I don't give a what anyone says because of the life that I've been through. You think some social media comment is going to ever affect me? Ever? Why would a social media comment affect me? My fucking dad died, my mom got taken away, my older brother got addicted to drugs, and I had to be homeless. Like, the f is that? What is that? Like, what is it? I like this that I remember going to rehab. My mom's rehab, my dad's rehab, my older brother's rehab. All these people who were in it. And listen, I know my eye bag's a little bit. It's the lighting. I'm good. I sleep a lot. I'm good. I'm healthy. Okay, it's genetic. Excuse me. Probably when I was a fucking child, I had it's just been there forever. You need, if you're watching this, to just, and it's not even lock in because everyone's like, oh, I'm gonna lock in. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, I'm gonna change. Tomorrow. I'm gonna lock in. You don't need to do that. You don't need to lock in. You need to become the person who you want to become. And whether you're trying to start your transformation journey and build a physique, whether you're trying to build a business, whether you're trying to get through school and do your career, whatever it may be, you just need to know the end goal and know and always have that in the back of your mind that no matter what you're going through, it will get better. And sure, yes, I'm saying this with God's faith, and I know that God has me, and I know that no matter what, it will work out because of the Lord. But even you don't have, I don't, if you don't believe in God, watch this. That's fine. I'm not trying to convince you. You need to believe in your fucking self. Okay, you need to believe in you, and no matter what starting point you may be at, no matter where you're at in this life, the only way is you. And you need to never blame anyone. Okay, you need to just talk to everyone. You need to be humble but so confident. You need to be so confident when it's needed. You need to, and even if you don't have confidence, fake it. Fake it till you make it with confidence. My whole media company started, and when I did all that stuff, because I just walked up to people and just yapped and lied, and not even lied, but just it was like I could do this. I had no idea I could do it. I was saying, oh, I could do this. Yeah, I could do it, and I did it. And I did it. You need to, send it. You need to just go through the life and just grab it and know that you have this life that we're in, and you're looking at. We're both going to die, bro. We're both going to die. So if you don't, not even that you need to wake up and be like, oh, I'm dying. I need to live the best I can and put all that external pressure on yourself. But if you're not living, a life that you want to live or you want to do or you want to, feel fulfilled in, and it is. And I'm not saying, what I'm saying is like, there's even people working, normal jobs or whatever normal is, because there's no such thing as normal. Everyone just, we're all people. Only thing that's normal is people. Nothing's normal. Nothing, whether you work construction, white collar, that's nothing normal. Nothing, because it can still be fulfilling to you, and it could be it. People are very happily content with what their jobs are and what they do. You don't need to be shooting for the stars all the time. But even in just a life factor, and if you are struggling mentally, physically, you need to grasp it, and it's you, okay? And one of the next biggest things, okay? When I was going through the loss of my father, and I decided to, cope with video games or cope with these things or cope with food and video games and, you know, lashing out in school. I had this kid walk up to me in the gym one day. This kid walked up to me in the gym, and he knows what I do, and he goes to my gym, and he was talking to me, and he was like, "Yeah, I argue with people every day. Like, people are always arguing, people are always bullying me every single day. I fight with people." And I just looked at him and I go, "That's your fault. It's your fault. You're letting it bother you. They egg you on." And he looked at me crazy, like he's never been said that before. Never. But because he was, if it's every day, it's your fault. Every day. Because if you just ignored them, and if you just went through it, coming from a kid that got extremely bullied in school, I was fat with pink hair in middle school, and I'm not trying to be that. I was one of the only white kids in my school. I was like the reverse. I know, probably kids watching this, or whatever race you may be, whatever it is. I was the minority, and I'm not saying that. Whatever. I'm very privileged to be white, or there's a lot of privilege to be white, and none of that. I'm not even trying to get racial, any of that. I'm just yapping, but in that factor of how life goes and how the things that you're dealt is that you need to realize that, like I said back before, it's all you. It's all your fault. It's all you. You could make the change. You could deal with this. You could stop it. You could ignore it and you could move on. You could disconnect and focus on it. And if you let it affect you and if you let life affect you, and do it, your head and your mindset needs to be almost like like you're throwing a handball at a cement wall. You need to be able to just people need to be able to just throw shit at you full speed because you're gonna get bricks thrown at you in this life. You're gonna get hit with everything. Your parents are gonna die. You know, everything is your worst has yet to come. My worst has yet to come. It has. And if you just say to yourself, no matter what you're going through, it could be worse. People have worse. Someone's going through worse. I could get through this, and I know my goals, and I know my purpose, and I know what I want to do, and I know what I want to be. It's it is. It's what it is. And it's just you could just grab it and and like I said, I'm gonna talk about God for a second here. If you don't, believe in God, it's fine. I get it, and I can't, but I would appreciate if you listen to this. I don't listen. I'm not a textbook, believer in God, but one of the main reasons why is because when I was going through all these events, I needed something. I needed it. I needed to. I didn't have me. I didn't. I needed to put myself. I needed to have someone else take the wheel and tell me, "All right, guide me. God will guide me. God will do it. God will put me to where I want to be." And through, Jesus and the Lord, whatever it is, or whoever you may believe in, I had faith. I had faith that there was a man above who did everything for a reason. My dad, I would not be here if my dad didn't die. My life would have not gotten better. My dad was very problematic. As much as I love my father, my life didn't get better until he passed away. It didn't. If my dad didn't die, my life would probably still be hell. And as crazy as this is to say, I'm almost grateful my dad died. I love him and I wish I could see him and I wish I could sit down with him, but the person who he was not him. And he was ruining lives. He was ruining things. He was doing all that. And yes, I've cried multiple times. Yes, I still cry about my death of my father. Yes, I still miss him. And there's all these things. But I know I'll see him again. I know. And I know he'll be proud. Because at the end of the day, I'm doing what fulfills me. I'm making these videos. I'm building my things. And I'm doing things. When my mom got taken away from me and my siblings due to the fact of drug use, like I said, my mom is almost 9 years sober now. She's an amazing woman and the strongest one I ever know. And she is the best thing ever. My mom is the most supportive, beautiful, amazing woman. She is, since I've started content, she's been nothing or any of my things but nothing but help, supportive, and loving. And even if you don't have that, which I know plenty of people don't. I know plenty of people, parents who aren't supportive, who aren't, do these things or, anything of that nature. Doesn't matter. You're you. You're you. And let's say you're going through rough family times. Let's say you dealt with what I did where me and my stepdad were in horrible terms for years and years until I was probably around 18 and I was an adult and we didn't get a good relationship. Laser focus. Don't argue. You know what's stronger than arguing back and forth with someone? Looking them in the face and going, okay, cool. And turning your back and walking the away. Because you know, and they'll see, and they will know, it's not even worth your time, your energy, your mental. It's not worth it. It's not. It's not. It's not. So, with that being said, and with building life and with fulfilling your goals. The main things is that you need to grip life by the you need to have faith in something, whether it's you, God, whether it's both of them. And you also need to when you see things, when you see people doing bad, you need to grasp that and you need to go, nah, not for me. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to live this life. This isn't what I want. This isn't how I want to live. And yes, it's going to take years. It might take months, but it's probably going to take you a decade. But if you understand that we have one life to live, why not do it anyway? I'm 20 now. I have 60 years left on this planet on average. 60 years. It's not a long time, bro. So I'm going to do everything I can so people remember me, know what I do, and fulfill my life. Because I don't want to be 80 on my fucking deathbed going, I wish I made that video talking about my story and people knew who I was. Oh, I wish I could have, helped people due to what I've been through. Oh, I wish I could have just anything. You don't need that too, And whether your dreams are as big as, going to the NFL or becoming, a big business owner or just anything, or whether it's just getting a stable job because you never had stability growing up and you just want to move out and get an apartment and have a car. That's completely fine. The only way you're going to do that and the best way you're going to do that is with so much utter fucking self-belief. And, coming from a kid who runs a media company, I'm around multimillionaires. I'm around very rich people, around people who have done very big things in their life. Very things. We're all going to have our vices. But one thing that I've had in common and I've noticed with these people, and you've probably heard this, they have an almost the abominable human spirit to the max. And if you're not sure what that means, it just means that they have so much you have to be delusional. You have to be delusional with this life. Why would you not be? Don't lose yourself in it. Don't lose other people in it. And don't, talk about it. Move in fucking silence. Real G's move in silence like lasagna. But you gotta just lock in, bro. You gotta grasp it. When I had that 100K plaque, I never thought I'd have one. When I was doing my streaming stuff and my streaming stuff fell off and I went from making $10,000 a month as a 16-year-old to all the way down to I had $7 and something cents in my bank account a few months before I turned 18 because I spent it all on dumb shit, girls, everything, cars. I didn't say to myself and go, oh, it's over. All right, I got to go enlist in the military. Got to get my GED and just live this life that I guess it's over. No, I went, okay, how the fuck am I going to learn from this? There is no such thing as failing, as you've heard. There is no such thing. You only learn. You only learn, right? When one of my uncles died, my uncle Chris, all 4 of my male uncles died from cancer. They all died from cancer. All of them. And then my uncle John had a heart attack later on. I didn't sit there and go, oh, we're just, all the guys are dying. Or like, just let it, ruin me. I used it as an inspiration. And yes, cool, maybe I can deal with death better because I believe that there is an afterlife. And if you don't, that's fine. But one thing I will say to you is the fact that with that and with adults or with, let's say you're young, don't be too radical. The person who I was when I was 18, when I was 16, and from even 16 to 17, from 17 to 18, from 18 to 19, from 19 to 20, from 20 to I'm about to be 21 in a few days. On August 9th, I turned 21. Is that you change and you mature so fast. Your body and your life changes. I don't think I'd be making this video 2 years ago. I wouldn't. But I would have, just did it. I would have tried. I would have. I don't know. I don't know. But listen, like I have. Listen, if no one has faith in you, I do. I do. Because as a kid who came from nothing, was morbidly obese, got bullied in school, everything, no one had faith in me. I failed every class in school. Teachers didn't have faith in me. I did. I had faith, and you need to, because I believe in you that you can. I believe in you. You need to ponder, you need to live, you need to win. You need to work so hard that there is no way that you fail. If you are young and you are bitching about working or you don't want to do these things, stop being a dumb, lazy and get the up off your ass and go get it. Go get it. Because if you think that 8 hours is enough time, it's to work, or it's not. It's not. My day today started at 5:30 in the morning. From 5:30 to 9, I was sitting at a coffee shop dealing with all content and media. From 9 a.m. to 10, I was driving to an auto shop to go shoot media for them. From 10 to 2 p.m., I was shooting, editing, on the go. By 2:30 p.m., I was in the gym, working, filming, doing things, literally talking. I signed 2 business deals in the gym. One, and then I already started. Boom. Came home, cooked, sat down, this desk, worked like a dog, drank a whole big gulp, locked the sat here. Guess what time it is right now? It's 11:22 p.m. and I'm still going. I always have. I always have. And if you don't work like that, at least for the first decade or 2 in your life, at least you stop. Because this isn't something that you're just gonna be able to do. This isn't something that's just gonna come overnight. But once you have the Alex Hormozy quote, you've done so much work that you have a stack of undeniable proof against yourself. You're just gonna keep proving to yourself that you can do it. You're gonna keep proving to yourself that you could be who you want to be. You could live how you want to live. What is my girl text me back yet? Okay, she did. So I was filming this video until my girl texted me that she was on the way home. So that's it. I know this video was just a crazy yap sesh and a crazy thing like that. But I'm going to be filming more videos like this. I'm going to be filming a lot more vlogs too. And just fun videos. I'm going, since my media company and all my stuff is picked up, I don't need to do this shit for money. I'm doing this shit for impact. I'm doing this shit to make a fucking difference. And there needs to be more people, not even like me, but who talk about life. Because there's not. Social media is so fabricated. There's so much. It's not real. It's not. No one knows what you've been through. No one knows how you've went through. No one knows anything. And there's 2 good things about that. One is that you have that strength. And 2 is the fact that you know what you've been through, and you could either choose to, use that against you and use that as, oh, my life sucks. This is what I've been through. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like my life. My dad died. All this shit happened. Or you could go, this shit happened. I'm never letting this happen to my family in the future. I'm never letting my future kids deal with this. I'm never letting. No one's ever going through this again. When I was 14, I got my first job. The day I turned 14 and I was legally able to work. And from there, I have not stopped. I've worked every day, 7 days. I haven't taken off a month since I went to Italy last year around this time. I was in Italy last year this time for like 2 weeks. Just listen, grab life by the and make it your, because it can be. And whoever believes in you, and if no one believes in you, like I said, I do. Because I believed in myself, and I legitimately had no reason to believe in myself. Okay? I love you, and I promise no matter what you're going through, with enough time and with enough focus and enough just willpower, you could do it. If you're going through family, stay silent. Don't talk. Be quiet. Don't talk about what you're doing. Don't tell your friends what you're doing. Speak after it's done. Okay? Just work, put your fucking head down, and grind. And even if you don't know if it's the right thing to do, you will find out. But you don't know if you will find out and what your purpose is if you don't try something. Okay? Love y'all.